the music for us. And I just wanted to, first of all, let's have a tea moment. So I've got my little cup of tea, and I'm just going to close my eyes for a minute, take a big breath in, down into the belly, because that's the best place to get the breath, to get some relaxation, and let it go. One more time, and let it go. Oh. Sometimes I give a little, or even just shake my head, let that energy out that is perhaps inside you that's got a little bit of discontent going on. So a sip of tea, and we're ready. I was at the World Tea Expo last week in Las Vegas, and so I am blessed to have some new tea to come home with. And I found coconut creamer, so I've been adding that to some black tea, and rather delicious. And what I wanted to talk about today is right now I am staying in California, and that means I'm in the US of A. I'm from Canada, and so we tend to be really peace-loving souls up in Canada. We're known for saying I'm sorry and being extra polite all the time. And in the US, certainly can't get away from the news. And so much news with kind of disturbing images, disturbing words, and it doesn't seem to be getting better right now. And so what I wanted to be able to share with you is a way to be able to have an antidote for that. Because certainly I find that I get rankled. The stories that we're hearing really cut to the quick. And I can get quite sad and quite upset about them. So I do what I can to remain aware. And as Marianne Williamson has said, watching the news almost dictates the prayer list. So I know at this point that's probably the most effective thing that I can do. But in terms of me and my world right here, and the one that I live in, and the people I interact with, and how I choose to be in my world, I must say that it is really important for me to remember these tea moments, because the tea moments allow me to know that I have an inner experience, and that inner experience can be distinct and separate from the outer experience. So whether it's the news, whether it's the busy traffic, whether it's the people in my life, sometimes, sometimes not everybody can be fun to deal with all the time. But what I try to do is manage myself. And that's the best thing that I can do. And to know that I have this inner experience really for me is all about the tea moments. So when I find myself rankled, and when I find myself upset, and yes, truly, sometimes I am upset inside, and I let that wash through. Because on the other side of that, I return to an equilibrium, and I return to this place of my heart. And that's really where the tea moment is, that place of peace. I'm here. I am feeling peaceful in my heart. I am so lucky to be of good health. I have a roof over my head. And at this point, I have a full fridge too, so I'm very grateful for that. The new spring berries are upon us, so feeling marvelous about that too. But what I remember is the reasons why I'm okay and my world is okay, and that, in connecting with my heart, that's my place of peace. And I can bring that then into my world. I do have to take a moment in the day to go and connect with that place. It takes an awful lot of practice to be able to carry that place with you wherever you go and however you are, to know that that place of heart, that place of soul, is a place that's always there. And so that's one of the reasons why it's wonderful to practice the tea moments, because the more experience we get with connecting with our heart and that place of peace, the better we can carry it out into our world. And not only can we have our own experience improve in terms of how we are and how we feel, and that we've gotten connected with ourselves, but that we are able then to take that out into the world and in our interactions with others, provide that peace. Just as laughter is contagious, yawns are contagious, uh, sometimes anger can be contagious. Peace is also contagious. It's a little more subtle, and you have the opportunity to be a peaceful force. I have the opportunity to be a peaceful force. And the more tea moments I have, the more times I practice connecting with my own place of peace. As it's gotten a little bit bumpier and things are changing a bit in my life too, I must say that how I start my day with meditation, that really helps me to connect to my place of peace. And so I can come back more quickly during the day and rejuvenate myself with a few breaths down into my belly. Don't know if you know, but we're often very shallow breathers and we'll breathe up into the upper part of our chest. But unfortunately, it supports a feeling of anxiety more than anything. So the more breath that we bring in and spread into our body and really get down into our belly, the more breath we have, we can actually relax more. And those exhales, I've talked about those before, are super relaxing. The other thing that I wanted to say is these tea moments really, for me, I believe we get disconnected from ourselves. And we're going so fast in the day and we're trying to get a lot done. But, you know, it comes back to connecting with ourselves and remembering that we have a place of peace. But I just wanted to also say that one of the things that I've found to be of great value over the last few days, especially, is connecting with my feet. My feet and where they connect to the ground. My feet really provide a great sense of grounding and provide a sense of my whole body. Yes, I connect with my heart and my place of peace. Oftentimes we live from our head, and so it's this body, this whole body that we seem to forget about. And so connecting with the body and that we do have one, and being able to connect with the ground with my feet. That's the other thing that I really do that helps me stay grounded, stay more of a force of peace in this world. And that's what I really want to do. So with the tea moments and with all going a little bit wild on the outside, yes, I do have my moments of upset. And some of those pieces of news are getting me quite upset. And I let that wash through and I come back though to knowing that I personally am okay. I can be a force for good. I can be a force for peace. And so I thank you, and I hope that you will hear the bells of your own peace and you will come visit them often and enjoy, because it's a very peaceful and restorative place inside. And in that way, I can actually be able to go forward. I'm sorry, somebody says they have no sound, and I hope that's not for the whole thing. But we've done our bit today. I hope you've been with us, and please take care. Please remember your place of peace. Please enjoy your tea moments and remember them often. Thank you. Bye-bye.